The first North East O-Gauge exhibition was held at the Nissan Sports and Social Club in Sunderland over the weekend of the 29th and 30th of October. It was a great location with easy access from the A19 and plenty of free parking on site for all makes of car, not just Nissan. The show brought together 12 layouts, 5 demonstrations and 15 trade stands all under one roof dedicated to O-Gauge. Upstairs there was a cafeteria serving a wide variety of food and drinks, along with a display of pictures from the Armstrong Railway Photographic Trust. This video captures the majority of layouts on display at what was an excellent show. St George's Dock depicts a northeast port in the 1930s, showing the clutter and character of that time. All the buildings, ships and scenery are scratch built from cardboard, and stock is either scratch built or built from kits. I particularly like the captain on the ship looking out on the bread van that stands on the dockyard.
Perfect. So you're going to tell me the box if you want to know the concept. Yeah.
Ripple Lane was running either 1980s British Rail Blue or 1990s sector era locomotives over the weekend of the show. The internal detail on the buildings was exceptional, with lit inspection pits, signage and even a group of train spotters on an organised visit. Many of the locomotives displayed were adapted or modified for the layout, including a huge railway crane. Millbank Alley is based on a fictitious branch line around Halifax in the 1970s. The branch line only sees freight traffic, coal, bricks and chocolate, which are loaded and unloaded and see their way to other sites around the country. The small scenes such as the yellow British rail van and the man changing the front tyre on his car all add to the depth of the layout, bringing it to life. Nick, having lived a stone's throw from Healy Mill's yard, always had the idea of modelling a diesel depot. The yard and the depot had been closed for a while before the demolition team moved in to raise the site to the ground. So when his dad Norman suggested building a new layout, Nick immediately thought of the diesel depot. Using the Healy Mill shed as a starting point, and a few track plans later, Hyde Lane was born. Foxton town is a typical northeast terminus set in the 1950s and 60s era, with a superb range of locomotives and rolling stock. Of particular note is an inclined track which leads up to the coal staiths. A demonstration of this unique feature could be viewed on the hour, every hour. It also seemed as though they were celebrating Christmas at Foxton town quite early this year.
We need another hole through the baseboard for the point motor.
This DCC layout was completed by John in an incredible 7 days. The build is documented and is well worth a read. The name Sedgersfeld dates back to 1050 AD, before it was renamed Sedgefield, John's hometown and birthplace. This fictional Great Western shunting puzzle layout is fully detailed with static grass, bushes and hedgerows, along with a station and a coal hut with a working smoking chimney. Who'd have thought it is based on a small part of the Railway Technical Centre. GEM has captured the essence of the RTC with a wide variety of rolling stock associated with the centre. Some of the trains even have scrolling LED destination boards, and there is also a scratch-built heliback snowplough on display. Keep an eye out for the remote control shed doors when looking at this layout as the trains come in and out. Birtley Queen Street is a typical northeast suburban terminus around the 1950s. It has a superb collection of northeast rolling stock and northeastern railway signals. The signal box has a commanding view of the whole layout and almost replicates the actual handoff of trains from the operators in the Hidden Fiddle Yard to those controlling the trains around the station platforms and the goods area. Jackson's Yard covers the 1960s era and is based on an industrial area in the northeast. Originally called Napier Street, Jackson's Yard is designed for either through running on multiple routes or shunting. It is worth noting the various cameo figures around the layout, from a man drinking tea next to the engine shed, workers shoveling ballast, and crews hard at work on an overhead bridge. Glasshouse Loan takes its name from the modern-day Glasshouse Loan in Alloa in Scotland. which was built on the formation of the former NBR Alloa Harbour line, which branched off immediately to the west of Alloa Station and served the NBR goods station, Alloa Docks and the original Alloa Ferry Station. The last remnants of this line closed in 1978. Exeter St George represents a stabling point at Exeter during the 1990s. If you're a Class 50 enthusiast, then you will be in your element, as there are many on display, along with a few surprise visitors. There are examples of all the various Network South East liveries while these trains are in service. You can even imagine yourself as a train spotter as you immerse yourself in the diesel sounds of this era while looking at the layout.
Telegraphy sweetheart. You just think it wouldn't happen all the time.
As the smoke gradually rises into the air from the coal hut on Seddersfeld. This is a great time to reflect on what was an excellent first show for the North East O Gauge. If you enjoyed the North East O Gauge show, don't forget to like this video. And why not subscribe to the channel for similar content from the Retro Attic Man Cave.